Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Crusader Kings 3. Here today on the channel, we're back with episode 2 of our House Lannister campaign. It's been 17 years since the start of the War of the Five Kings. There's a lot to recap in this episode. So like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff if you're enjoying this House Lannister campaign. So welcome to the Westerland Throne Room. We've managed to take the banner of House Tyrell as we hold the city of Hightower in our clutches. Tywin is 74. He has a bunch of legitimate and illegitimate children. His grandson Joffrey sits the Iron Throne, married to Sansa Stark, and they're still kings out in the world. So here's the family tree if you're curious. So Tyrion and Jaime are still alive. Jane, his new eldest daughter, is married to Edmure Tully. Gerald is married to Marjorie. Tygert is yet to be married off. His illegitimate daughter is married off as well. He also has a son, Jeremy Flowers, to Marjorie. And he also has another son here to Marjorie as well. So we are going to try and legitimize some of these children as they've got claims, and seems like Joff is going to be okay. So Renly Baratheon is no more. Joff took the Stormlands title. We fought 2 wars against the Baratheons, 3 against the Reach, none against the Starks, who hold themselves to be kings in the north. I guess Joff is okay with Robb being king in the north, as he's still married to Sansa. Robb's still married to a Frey, and the Greyjoys are doing, well, nothing. They're doing Greyjoy things. Young Griff came across as well. We threw him back. Gerald is now of age to get married off, and Jane officially can get married off as well. So ideally the main objective of this series is to try and put a Lannister on every seat in Westeros. Tywin's now 74, which is incredibly surprising. He does now officially have a son and heir marrying his cousin. So Gerald is going to be the future heir of the Rock. Jane, her twin, Gerald, is going to be the heir, and then we've also got Jane married to Edmure. It's a little bit confusing. There's a lot of children, a lot of people. And then hopefully like Gerald can have some children with Marjorie as well. She's got so many children, Marjorie. She's got children to Renly. This is Malcolm. This is Renly's son. And then we've obviously got Tywin's illegitimate children, and then hopefully Gerald's at some point too. Okay, so there's a bit of a plot here. But basically, I just wanted the Lannister line to continue. Tywin's a hypocrite and now has taken his legacy seriously and had a bunch of children. Okay, a test of strength. Oberyn Martell wants to have me in an arm wrestle. Oh yes, the Dornish rebelled as well. And Doran Martell got sent to the wall. But Joffrey at the moment is actually being a relatively stable king. He's been just, but we're still dealing with a lot of rebellions. So Garland still claims himself to be king of the Reach. We're still trying to conquer as many lands as we can. Still rebuilding the Lannister forces ever since my father Titus weakened them. Cersei has a bunch of illegitimate children as well with Lancel Lannister, but we'll try and forget about them, really. It's really Tywin and his new family. Reginald Lannister wants to join the Night's Watch. You're a 16, Reginald. You're a Lannister. Although you're of the Lannisport line. No. I would much rather you... Yes. Marry someone else. Okay, so we've got a love triangle here. Tywin's wife, and then we've got Marjorie, and then we've got the wet nurse. I think we break it off with the wet nurse. I was worried about... The thing is, basically, ever since the game started the War of the Five Kings, Tywin could have died at any point. He somehow managed to live 17 years since the start of this campaign, which is shocking. Okay, so Prince Alice. This is King Garland's, or Garland Tyrell's daughter. After the last war we had with the Reach, securing their banner, we took her as a hostage. We could or a host, or a guest, or whatever. Maybe we look to marry her. I could force her to join the Silent Sisters. Maybe we just keep her in our court. Maybe one of Gerald's children. But yeah, King Garland the Galleon is still king of the Reach. Okay, so let's have a look at the seats in Westeros. So Robert Arryn still rules the Vale, married to a Royce. He has children. Mandan Arryn. So it looks like Robert Arryn is somewhat healthy. Maybe we marry one of my children to her. What's going on with Rob? Wayne. Rob has a bunch of children with the Frey girl. And funnily enough, my Frey nephew is actually married to a Dornishman. Brenda, maybe. The thing is, you are better off doing spousal betrothals and arranged marriages early with the major lords if you can, before they get married off. Okay. So, Tywin and Cersei's daughter could get married off. We've got Prince Joffrey here as well, because then we got the other line. Jeremy Flowers, potentially. Maybe we combine these lines. Sure. Oh, it doesn't say there, but that's actually Tywin's son, isn't it? Jeremy Flowers. Uh-oh. I thought I publicly said that. Marjorie has so many children. It's ridiculous. Titus as well is legitimate. So maybe marry her to Joffrey and Sansa's daughter. We'll see. But I'm curious to see how many generations we can do with the Lannisters here. We want to try and have a stable Westeros, but we'll just have to see. Okay, so he's starting to age quite a bit old. Tywin. Joffrey still sits the Iron Throne. Okay, so they actually look more Tully. Joff is kind of a bit of a Chad in this. Taken more after Jaime. Wait, Joffrey's fallen? Oh my god. Why does he look like a Leper King? William of the Iron Throne. Maybe we marry him to a Lannister. Because essentially we're implying that Tywin knows that Joffrey is the son of Jaime and Cersei. But yeah, Stannis still rules on Dragonstone. Hanging out. Edric Storm has been legitimized. I guess by Renly. He's 31. He has no children. Okay, so Gerald has had a daughter with Marjorie. So his line will continue. Oh my god. So Tywin and Tywin's son Gerald both have children with Marjorie. Sure, let's get her married off. That's one of Cersei's illegitimate children. We need a new admiral, maybe Tybolt. Long ships sighted. Oh no. The Greyjoys are off the Westerland coast. Let's send Benedict Broom, who's 64, one of our loyal bannermen. He must go out and triumph. And he has. He's brought the Ironborn to heal and protected the Westerlands, destroying the drowned god Believer. 79 now. Jeez, we've maxed out the steward lifestyle tree now. We probably need to start another one. I guess we go with martial and strategic focus. I don't really know what he can do now. Maybe he can pass on some other traits. Outliving a child. Oh no! Oh, Cersei Lannister has died at 55. She lived a good life, the old queen. Oh, Edmure is no more. How did he? But, oh, lucky he's got a son. So, Edmure died at 49. Married to my daughter. But he's only had one. He's had a bunch of legitimate. Oh, so Jane. So, Tywin's daughter Jane has had a son. Oh, interesting. Maybe there was a shrewd plot there that I didn't see. He's legitimized 2 of the Tullys, though. Interesting. So, Tywin's daughter, Jane Lannister, now rules Riverrun. Maybe I marry Oswald to someone? I'm not sure. Okay, so he's now getting quite feeble. Tywin Lannister is 80 years old. Crikey. It mustn't be too much longer now. Then we're going to have Gerald's reign. Oh, and he's on death's door. But we have managed to put a Lannister ostensibly in control from Casterly Rock Highgarden, King's Landing, and Riverrun. Although we hold Highgarden, we don't dominate the whole Reach. Okay, so Tywin Lannister is unfortunately not too long for this world. And that's it. GG's. Tywin Lannister is now dead. At 81. Tywin of the Westerland Soul has finally been cast into the Seven Hells. And has succumbed. So now we can play as his son and heir, Gerald Lannister, who's 22 years of age, married to Marjorie of House Tyrell, married to Renly, the former king of House Baratheon. Gerald has 2 children with Marjorie and has a bunch of claims. So his mother, Kriana, was the daughter of Stefford. So Joy and Sybil. So Joy looks more a Lannister. Sybil takes after her mother. So the line has been condensed, which is nice. But hopefully Gerald could be politically shrewd as Tywin, but have the swordsmanship of his brother Jaime and the smarts of Tyrion. So we've still got a bunch of marriage proposals we want to try and send off. So what should we pick? Stewardship or Marshal? Lannister's always pretty good swordsman. Stewardship probably comes naturally as well. We've got a learning bonus because of his education. Maybe I go with Marshal. I kind of want young Gerald to muster the Lannister forces. He's 22 though. Okay, so we've got to reappoint our entire council here. So let's bring in Lord Martin of House Payne, one of Podrick's ilk. Lord Colmar could be the Chancellor. Lord Holder could be our steward. Lord Adam Ashmark of House Marbrand, probably one of my cousins, technically. Flowers. Quentin of House Banefort is going to be our Admiral. And we want to try and get the Septon to eventually anoint us. We've got Heartsbane and Bright Raw. We took Heartsbane, the Valyrian steel sword from House Tully. We got some other trinkets as well that we've managed to accumulate, which is nice. So now we sit on the Westerland throne. We still can't go back to war with King Garland, but maybe his children could maybe claim the title of the Reach. So Lord Oswald, who's half Lannister, probably look to marry him off. My nephew, King Joffrey, sits the Iron Throne. Ariana Martell, along with my cousin of House Frey, sits down there. Joff holds the Stormland title. Robert Arryn of the Vale. His children are married to my siblings. And Robb Stark is currently king in the north. No marriage alliances with them. And Theon rules Greyjoys. Oh, Greg, I haven't looked at this. I forgot about Gregor. I married her to Marilla Lannister. Oh, look this out. Check this out. We've got giant-looking Cleganes that have the features of Lannisters. Look at this. Sir Robert Clegane. Oh, my God. Giant Chad, half Lannister. Then we've got Stafford Clegane, Daemon Clegane. Oh, my God. Marrying one of Tywin's cousins. The Cleganes now look like Lannisters. Absolutely chatted out. That's awesome. The Hound's no more though, unfortunately. Alright, so that's a simpler version. So let's have a look. So my brother Jaime, Cersei is no more. Got a bunch of nieces. Darren Frey. Like Cersei had all these other children. Traeger Hill is like, oh, okay. He's a maester too. Looks like he's Tyrion's son, potentially. Alright, so Tyrion and my brother Tyrion and Jaime are still alive. Jaime's 57, still on the Kingsguard. Tyrion as well. We'll probably actually got an alright relationship with him. So my sister Jane rules Riverrun. Was the husband of Edmure Tully. Their son Oswald Hopefully can get married off. I have a half-sister, Dorcas, who's married to Renly's son, Malcolm Baratheon. Tyget is married to one of Renly's daughters. My sister is married to one of Marjorie's. We've got an Aaron, and then Titus, my other brother's been married off. Lancel, my half-brother. And Yulin, he's been legitimized as well. So Marjorie has so many children. It's kind of absurd. But we've got a lot of claimants. We've got a lot of backup characters, essentially. And a lot of characters we can seat on various thrones if we need. So here's the Tyrell family tree. Willis's line's died out. Loris's is nearly. Garland's had a bunch of children. So Marjorie had 3 children with Renly, 2 children with Tywin, and 2 children with Gerald. So Jeremy Flowers is Tywin's son. I guess not officially, but is. Interesting. And he has been legitimized. Yulin. Interesting. Alright. So, it looks like we're going to be able to form alliances with those Lannisters of the Reach. My dear uncle, we're going to honour my alliance. Oswald and Joff will. Same with Gregor Clegane, who's 58. Oh, he has a Valyrian steel sword. Oh, he stole it from the Hightowers? I was looking at his sword, I was like, that looks cool. Where did Clegane get that? Took it from the Hightowers. We do need a new marshal. Devon, my uncle, 59. Willem, 37. Ooh, is rallying a faction against me. Where is he in that, actually? I gotta keep an eye on that. Okay. Joffrey wants... Joffrey wants to appoint Gerald as Admiral on the Small Council. Wants to be the Master of Ships. Sure. Joffrey's now 37. And let's get those other marriage alliances. Dear Uncle, I call you to honor my alliance. Okay, so... The Brackens... No, sorry. The Blackwoods have risen in rebellion. What a faux pas. But the Mallisters are defending... Okay, so it looks like... Oh, okay, this is really interesting. So, the River Lords are not happy with Oswald, half Lannister, ruling Riverrun. And for essentially, for all intensive purposes, my sister Jane. So half of the Riverlands is at war. Okay, so this is an opportunity for Gerald to get some proper command. He's going to get 40,000 forces. He should be okay, because this is Tywin's army, essentially. He's only got 22 command, but we might be able to get it up more. He's now 23. And let's move over there. We've got the Tully army helping us. Alright, let's move into the Riverlands and help my nephew and my sister Jane. Here comes Gerald, looking to make a name for himself. Oh, I'll make a name for myself up in here. Okay. So we're doing okay. We could allow the Mountain and others to gain some renown. The Ironwoods are going to help them out. Interesting. Alright. Nice. And that's it. The Blackwoods, we managed to capture Hoster Blackwood. And that should be the end of them. Right, so we've gone and helped Oswald Lannister. I mean Tully. Maybe Jane took her out. I don't know. Alright, pretty good victory there. As the Lannister army just comes in and swoops on in to help. Oh no. My liege, Tormund the Proud of House Serret, believes that Willem of 7 Points should be the rightful ruler of the Westerlands. The Westerlands are about to have a full-blown civil war. Gerald is having his claim threatened. I will not be threatened. And war has broken out. Oh, that was a really bad faction. Oh my god. Hornwood, Crakehall, the Westerland lords rebel against their liege lord. And we're outnumbered. Let's rally the banners. And Gerald is having a question to his claim. Some of the Lannisters are siding with us, the others not. So my cousin Willem wants to sit on the Westerland throne. Oh my god. We're about to have a Tarbeck Castamere situation here. I'm sure Oswald will come, but it looks like a lot of houses are siding with them. They actually outnumber. Out of the Westerland forces, we're outnumbered. They were loyal to Tywin, not now to Tywin's son, and I guess all these infidelity. So Oswald's going to come with the River Knights, along with my sister is going to help, essentially. She's ruling in a regency. Oh my god. Well, we're going to have to deal with this. Okay, so I'm going to leave things on a cliffhanger. There's another civil war. The lords do not respect Gerald Lannister. Who's... Okay, so my sons... Oh, we've had some children. That's good. The line will continue with Marjorie, though. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to wrap things up here. Thank you very much for watching. At least he's had a son, Tywin and Jason, so his line will continue. But who knows? Lannisters fight Lannisters. Who will come out on top? Gerald, just like Tywin, is having a threat to his reign. So like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Stay tuned for episode 3 coming out tomorrow. And we'll have the reign of Gerald Lannister, Tywin's third but legitimate born son. Look how many traitors there are. My god.